Hello everybody. Today I can determine if a proportion is correct by determining if it's a correct Hill SAS or candy corn proportion. So before you do this lesson, you need to know how to do Hill SAS and candy corn problems. So if you don't, watch that first or learn that first. You also need to know how to determine if a proportion is correct. That's going to come up as well. So I think the Hill SAS is the easier one. So again, you need to know how Hill SAS works. You need to know that in this picture, this is your H, your L. I'm going to call it L1 and L2, S1 and S2 and A. And the biggest mistake that students make here is when you're doing hills, make sure that if you're using the left leg, you're using the left seg, and if you're using the right leg, you're using the right seg. If you're using L1, you have to use S1, and if you're using L2, you have to use S2. So I'm going to basically just go through each choice and see if it's hills or SAS. If it is, it's good. If it's not, it's not. RV is S1 over VS. VS is A equals VT. VT is S2 over VS. VS is A. That is not correct. That's SASA. There's no SASA. There's SAS. Again, I need either H over L equals L over S, or S over A equals A over S. That's not correct. Let's look at choice 2. RT. RT is H over RS. RS is L1 equals RS. L1 over VT. S2. Well, it looks like hills, but again, because it's L1 and S2, it's not correct. If you're using RS, you must be using RV, therefore it's not correct. Choice 3, RT is H over SV is A, so again, this can't be read, there's no ha, equals SVA over VT S2. There's no has, that's not correct. And finally, choice 4, RT is H over ST is L2 equals ST is L2 over VT is S2. It's hills. You got the right leg with the right seg. That's correct. That's your answer. So if it correctly goes into hills or SAS, then it's correct. And if it incorrectly goes into hills or SAS, then it's not correct. Candy corn. I know for candy corn problems, if the bases are involved, separate. That's going to apply here as well. And if the bases are not involved, then we go top over top equals side over side equals bottom over bottom. And again, in this picture, I like to always color on the top. These are your tops, your bottoms, your bases, your side, and your side. So, choice 1, CE. CE is a top over CA is a side equals CS is a top over ST is a bottom. So write BOT because there's bottom and there's base. That's not correct. Choice 2, CE is a top over ES is a base. So at this point, if there's a base involved, I'm going to separate my triangles. CES, CAT. So I'm just going to write base for now. EA is a bottom, and AT is a base. So that does not look right. I could also, since there's bases involved and I separate it, I can go this route. CE, EA, no, those aren't corresponding parts of anything, so that's not correct. All right, CE is a top over EA is a bottom equals CS is a top over ST is a bottom. I've got top over bottom equals top over bottom. That one looks good. Choice 4, CE is a top over ST is a bottom. However, it's the wrong bottom. It's the left top over the right bottom. That's not correct. Choice 3 is your answer. Let's take a look at one more. Number 8. I've got top, top, bottom, bottom. Again, BOT, since base starts with a B as well. Base, base. Side, side. AC is a top over BC is a base. So at this point, when the bases are involved, I'm going to separate my triangles. I've got A, C, B. I've got A, E, D. So let's just finish this off first. DE is a base. AE is a side. But if there's bases involved, we want to really go this route. ACDE. They're not the same triangle. They don't correspond. That's not it. So this right now what we're doing, this is based on determining if a proportion is correct in general, which is a different lesson that there's a video for. Choice 2, AB is a top over AD is a side equals BC is a base over DE is a base. So again, if there's bases involved, AB, BC, same triangle, AB, AD, they correspond. That one looks good. Choice 3, AC is a top over CE is a bottom equals BC is a base over DE is a base. So again, I got to kind of go back here. AC, BC, same triangle. ACCE, nope, AC doesn't correspond to CE, it corresponds to AE. That one's out. DE is a base. BC is a base. BB is a bottom. AB is a top. It doesn't look good, but let's just go through the process. DE, DB. DE, there is no DB in the separated triangles. That's not correct. Your answer is choice 2. It's a little tricky when you have the candy corn ones where you have to separate them. I'm not going to lie. I think this is definitely more challenging than the HLLS SAAS part. But that's how you do it. I need either top over top equals bottom over bottom equals side over side, which I had here. And if not, if the bases are involved, then you need to separate the triangles and do what we did in the previous lesson. For HLLS SAAS, I think that's a bit more straightforward. If it's correctly put into HLLS or SAAS, it's correct. If it's not, it's not. Just pay close attention to, if you're using L1, you need to also use S1. If you're using L1 and S2, that's not correct. That's it. Practice. Goodbye.